Good morning. We're in the Port of Mallorca here in Spain, and this is TILLY a Discovery 67, number 1, built in 2009, for sale with Berthon. Enjoy the tour. Thank you. We are here today at the Port de Mallorca Marina, Palma, to see TILLY, a Discovery 67. She is a Ron Holland design with attractive lines and good sailing ability. Her top sides were flag blue from build and were repainted in 2015 and polished May 2023, and as you see, she looks wonderful. Anti-fouling and all of the usual annual services were done at the same time. The stern features those simple, practical built-in steps to provide access to the tender and to the water. We'll go on board via the gangway. The carbon fibre electrically operated Atlas davits are an easy solution for storage of and quick launching of the tender, which is a high-field 380 rib with a 25 horsepower 4-stroke Yamaha outboard. Both were new in 2020, have seen light use and are currently in storage with Berthon. Port and starboard at the aft deck are generous lockers. The corner seats in the push bit offer a great view forward and are the perfect place to sit when sailing or at anchor. There's a stainless steel gas barbecue under the blue cover on the port side. The main sheet track is well positioned outside of the cockpit, and yet the car control lines are easily handled by the helmsman. The primary winches are electric CST Lumar self-tailing 77s. The main sheet and outhaul and staysail are managed on electric winches set forward in the cockpit. The jib is set with a self-tacking system, including a track forward of the mast. There are 2 electric Baymar self-furling units for the jib and Genoa. Both were replaced in May 2016. The main anchor is a 40 kilo Delta with 100 meters of 12mm chain, and as you see, the Lumar V6 vertical windlass. The pulpit has 2 seats, handy when managing the anchor or to watch the world or some dolphins go by. There is a large storage locker at the bow. The mast is from Selden with electric in-mast furling for the mainsail. It has triple spreaders and was new in 2014. It was replaced only because the owner wanted a better mast than the original, not due to any accident or breakage. Twin whisker poles are stored on the mast. The standing rigging was new in 2018. The main shrouds are stainless steel wire and the diagonals are stainless steel rod. Main, Genoa and jib are North 3DI and from 2016. There is also an MPS and a parasailer. The Navtec hydraulic boom vang was reconditioned in 2020. Its control panel is at the forward end of the cockpit table. Flush hatches and clear side decks allow easy movement around the deck. In the port side deck there are 2 hatches. The forward one is storage and the aft one for gas. Both helm seats hinge forward to give access to further useful storage spaces. The Raymarine navigation equipment was renewed in 2020, including Raymarine i70 with Axiom multifunction displays, the 2 exterior 16 Pro screens, Quantum radar and P70 autopilot. At the port pedestal, the top buttons are for Genoa in and out, and the other switches are for lights. In front of the starboard pedestal is the main engine panel. At the starboard helm are again the Raymarine screen and instruments, plus red and green buttons for the Genoa, plus bow thruster controls. It's a max 15 horsepower 24 volt unit, and a remote for the windlass. The teak cockpit table has 2 folding leaves each side for flexibility of use. Currently the table has no fridge, as an old unit was removed in the past and not replaced. A new owner could add one. Forward to port, are the two Lumar 65 CST electric self-tailing winches for the main sheet and Clue, outhaul and staysail sheet. Also the control buttons, which from left control the utility winch, jib in, jib out, main sheet, main in, main out. TILLY has a deep, safe, well protected and very comfortable cockpit with all sail management to hand. 3 easy steps with practical handholds take us down to the raised saloon. It is a beautiful, light living space. The used sofa to port is raised so that when you're seated, you have the perfect view, forwards and to either side. The table has fold-out, extending central leaves. There is a lower, L-shaped sofa to starboard. The leather upholstery throughout the accommodation was new in 2020. With overhead hatches and 2 opening windows forward, there is plenty of natural ventilation. There is also Klima air conditioning and a separate A-dispatcher heating system, plus ventilation fans throughout. The interior is finished in cherry wood. The passage forward takes us to the guest and crew accommodation. Initially we'll go right forward to the generous double VIP cabin. As throughout the yacht, there is plenty of light from hatches, hull ports, and there's plenty of storage space. During the upgrades in 2020, the air conditioning system throughout the yacht was overhauled, including new units in the forward and aft cabin to allow them to operate on inverter for quiet night running. The forward head and shower is well proportioned and fitted out. There is a useful feature that was built into TILLY. The door from the forward cabin may be moved aft if you wish the adjoining head and shower to be ensuite, or with the door in the forward position, as shown, to leave access from both forward cabins. Here is the port side double cabin. The mattress here, as in all the cabins, was changed in 2020. Again, there is plenty of light, ventilation and storage. Opposite to starboard is the smaller twin guest cabin. It has served as a guest cabin, child and a crew cabin over the years and through various ownerships. Although smaller, it still has good light, ventilation and storage. Just aft is the second guest head and shower. It is well placed to also serve as a day head. Whilst the shower is incorporated in the general head area, it is still comfortable to use with the shower curtain as shown. We'll go aft and up to the saloon again. Here to starboard we have one of the air conditioning outlets and between the sofa backs. Either side of that, behind the sofa, are deep storage bins. From the customary Discovery-style raised navigation desk, you have a great view. Installed here is the Raymarine Axiom 19 XL multi-function display, autopilot control, as well as the communication equipment, all new in 2020, including VHF, SSB, and fleet broadband. Under the floor are the batteries, which were new in 2019, and tanks. Over to the galley, which is a step down from the saloon area. By being lower, it helps to make it a safer work area, as well as providing some separation from the saloon. Natalie, our camera person today, was, once upon a time, crew on board TILLY Mint, and this was an important part of her domain. The Galley has many clever and practical features added or installed, and everything is well laid out. Top opening access to the bin, double sink with drainer, spice racks, knife rack, extra storage under the hull port, a 3-burner gas cooker with oven and grill, lots of storage and worktop area, a huge front opening fridge, and an enormous freezer. It goes all the way outboard, and Natalie tells us she can fit in there. I didn't test this. There's also a fold-down serving preparation shelf above, which was added. The locker, just port of the companionway, is a wet locker and much deeper than it looks. There is another deep storage bin under the floor at the nav station. Aft from the nav area, we take a step down to the open plan cabin area. Generally, it's been used by each of her owners as a storage space for deck cushions, covers, or whatever. But it can also serve as a passage berth or a workbench. There is generous storage under the raised bed. Inboard are the electric switch panels, 24 volt and 220, and the battery switches. There's also very easy direct access to the engine room, with its Onan 11 kilowatt genset from 2018 with less than 800 hours, and this was serviced spring 2023. Above the genset is the desalinator water maker installation, delivering 95 litres per hour. From 2020, it has had light use and is currently pickled. The main engine is a Yanmar 200 horsepower with just over 5,000 hours and serviced spring 2023. It drives a 3-blade Gory propeller. Positioned forward of the engine are 2 Victron multi-charger inverters. The engine room had a general makeover in 2021. It's easily accessible for service and space. After the passage berth is a large locker housing the clothes washer and dryer. And so aft to the master cabin. Which is spacious, light, airy and very comfortable. Hull ports, opening ports, overhead hatches, an island bed, lots of storage, a sofa to starboard, vanity desk unit with swing-out seat, and please note the clever pop-out mirror. There is a TV tucked behind slide-away doors forward of the bed. And to help you sleep all the better, extra sound insulation was fitted in 2021 to reduce noise from the engine room. The ensuite area is similarly spacious, with plenty of space in the shower and around generally, and with all the necessary accoutrements. Natalie will take you back to the saloon to enjoy once more the open views and a last look at her galley. TILLY Mint, a proven, well-designed and constructed blue water cruising yacht, ready for your adventures.